My first guest is the ex of R&B singer R. Kelly, and she's redefining the word survivor. Azriel Clary is here to share her story of how she became a survivor, her career as an emerging music artist, which I got to tell her a story about what my hairdresser said about her today, and so much more. And later on the show, we'll hear from three more courageous women who are also domestic violence survivors. Right now, please welcome Miss Azriel Clary. Azriel, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, guys.
My pleasure, and thank you for being here. Real quick before we get into things, I was getting my ponytail put in today, and I was telling my, stylist Sean, who was on tonight, and she says she loves you, she follows you, she says you're so entertaining, and I was like, I want to hear more about her singing, and she says that girl has such a beautiful voice. I said, okay, well, will you support her music? And she said, I absolutely will support her music because I love her voice. Like she rocks with you. So you got a lot of people here who are supporting your talent. I just want to
Thank you.
just give you flowers real quick. So what's with all that's going on in the world right now, like how are you doing and what's life been like out of the spotlight for you?
I'm doing well, and outside of the spotlight, this has really given me a lot of time to really sort my emotions and, focus on therapy and just really take care of myself mentally and physically and spiritually.
Tell us, I understand, again, you have fans already with your music. So tell us about how creating music has been therapeutic for you. Has that been therapeutic for you, helping you heal?
Music and creating music has been very therapeutic for me. It has really allowed me to create an emotion and put it into a song. And being able to do so, again, I'm able to sort my feelings out, sort my emotions out, and people will be able to connect more so.
Okay, well, we are happy to hear about that and look forward to hearing more of that beautiful voice. Now, let's get into this. Now, men and women, a lot of times, are often afraid to use their voices to speak up on issues surrounding abuse and mental health. I mean, you only just recently started seeing people start to come out a little bit. What gave you the courage to stand up and share your story? It's very personal.
Well, this is already pretty public. And, at the end of the day, this is my life, more importantly. And I feel like it's very important that I control the narrative of my life rather than having so many people pick and choose and run with what they want to run with and put lies into my story. So.
How did that feel for you to sit back? I mean, I saw the things that were out there and I was like, damn, this is still a young girl. You know what I mean? And it's easy to just jump in and take part and go. I mean, we all do it, right? Oh my God, did you see? Did you hear? How was it for you? Like, I want the viewers to get into how it feels for the person that's being discussed and lies are said, or you know what I mean? Like, how does that feel for you in your heart?
For me personally, it was quite disturbing. Majority of the backlash that I received was from the black community and other influencers and celebrities. But more importantly, that's kind of what made me feel like it is quite important that I share this because, there are so many people that are just like me. Victims are not the ones that should be shamed. It should be the predator. It should be the abuser.
So do you roll your eyes when you see when hear celebrities talking about protect black women and then when we come out it's what made you take so long and what were you in it for? What was your motive? Like what do you think about that?
It just shows that there's still a lot of hypocritical people, and there are a lot of people whom are just very ignorant to the situation. And there's really nothing I can do for them personally, but what I can do is help other victims know that it is okay to tell your story if that is how you heal. It is okay to open up with the world, regardless of the backlash that it comes with.
And you're not just doing this for you. You are speaking out as an advocate for other, generation years. How will sharing your story help empower other girls who are trying to overcome getting out of these kind of situations or
I
dealing with?
think that me speaking out will really help a lot of people because everyone has, dealt with abuse or knows someone that has gone through abuse in some way, shape, or form. And me speaking out will really show examples of what is healthy and what is toxic, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. And young girls in today's society, we don't have those role models to look up to. We don't have those people telling us what's proper in a relationship and what's not proper. So, I mean, personally, I hope that I am an example, more importantly.
You sound so grown now and centered because I've seen you go off on the internet. I've seen you, girl. I was like, Azriel is feisty. You are feisty and very, but I will say this, very intelligent though. You came off very like, I don't know, you are an interesting personality. You're an interesting woman. I would say that. So did you feel that it was wrong at the time? Because a lot of times when we're in it, we make excuses, right? And we think, well, it's because of this, it's because of that, or he's just mad, or you make excuses because you're being abused.
Right.
Did you feel it was wrong at the time?
I knew that it was wrong at the time, but again, when you're in that situation, you really have to think, I know what I'm going to go back to if I go against this person. So do I really want to deal with that, or would I rather appease this person? Because at the end of the day, once all these people walk away and leave, this is who I'm stuck with. You guys aren't stuck with this person. So, of course.
So I want people to understand that, because it makes me want to pull my hair out when I hear like, if it was so bad, then why did you stay? And I'm thinking abuse starts way before any kind of physical. It starts with like breaking you down
mentally.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk about that? So by the time you get to the physical part, you're probably already under so much control.
Yes. Yes. So that's usually how abuse works. It does start off mentally. And, you deal with a lot of gaslighting, love bombing, control, and the things that you used to be able to do, you're not able to do so. And it starts very subtle. It starts very small. And like you said, abuse comes second, mental abuse comes first. And it's not something that you can just easily walk out of, because this is something that has not happened overnight.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So let's talk about some things you're doing. You've joined the Fanbase app to help raise funds for charities dedicated to helping victims overcome abuse. Tell us a little bit about that and how we can help support it.
Well, I have partnered up with Fanbase. I'm super excited to be working with Fanbase because it is a Black-owned app. More importantly, you can definitely subscribe through Fanbase, and a percentage of the proceeds will be going to two charities, Girl Be Heard and A Long Walk Home. So I'm just super excited to be able to give back and help other victims of abuse.
So what's it like being able to, connect with your followers on the app, and what kind of messages do women send to you?
Oh my God, I get so many messages of women who have told me that they've left an abusive situation or they left a toxic situation, and that I've given them strength, which is such an amazing feeling, because truthfully, that's genuinely all I want. I want people to wake up and, everyone deserves happiness, and if you're not happy, walk away from it, create your own happiness. So I'm super, super happy and overwhelmed when I get messages like that.
Good. I'm glad that it's because you never know on social media. It can go either way. People can be extremely supportive,
right?
Or not, I'm sure. So let's talk about some of the red flags that young ladies should look out for to keep themselves from becoming victims of abusive relationships. What would be some of the things looking back, you're like, damn, that was something I should have known, or that was when, sometimes it could be like controlling how you wear, what you wear. I like you better with this kind of outfit. You wear this, or what were some of the red flags for you?
Well, truthfully, for any person, I would definitely recommend therapy. Because therapy is not just for someone that is mentally ill. It's not just for someone who has been abused or going through any type of trauma. Therapy teaches you the proper way and healthy way to respond to situations, and it shows you what is healthy and what is toxic. And through therapy, you will learn so much stuff like gaslighting, love bombing, controlling people, narcissistic people, and you will be able to differentiate whom is genuine when they come into your life and whom has an ulterior motive. So
I like that term, the term love bombing. A lot of people don't know what that means. Can you explain what that is?
So basically, love bombing is really just when someone puts on a facade to make you like fall in love with them and like them, and it changes. So another scenario that I have for that is called the 30-day rule. And this can be used in friendships, it can be used in relationships, it can be used in anything. And basically, you never fall in love with the person that you meet within the first 30 days, because anyone is going to show you who they want you to see, rather than who they actually are. So just give any relationship, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, 30 days and let their true colors come out and let them show you who they really are.
And to people watching the love bombing thing, a friend of mine, she dealt with a narcissist. Basically, they overwhelm you with so much love so quickly, and you're like, oh my God. And it just feels so good at the time that it's unrealistic. A lot of times it's all BS to make you fall for them like unnaturally fast, I guess you'd say. So yes. I'm not an expert on it, so we're going to bring the experts on next. But you know, you've shown a lot of courage, Azriel. I mean, in public, I mean, we all know, you know, your story, and well, some of your story. And as a young girl, it's got to be tough. I mean, it happened during the time of the peak of social media. So on top of dealing with your own issues, you have to deal with people's opinions and, you know, people criticizing your family and all that. What do you say what do you say about them blaming your parents? It's the parents' fault. How do you feel about that?
I have to disagree, because meeting this, before anything even happened, it was an audition. It was for strictly music. And that person just took advantage of the situation. And so you can't blame parents for, you know, investing in me and believing in their child and believing in their daughter. You know, I was a singer way before this. I was classically trained. You know, I can compose music, I can read sheet music, I can write sheet music. This is stuff that I was going to school for. This is stuff that I was in the midst of getting scholarships for. So again, it was strictly an audition.
You had every reason to believe this person would have an interest in you, because you are. It's not like you're a singer that would need a whole bunch of auto-tune. You're a legitimate singer. So it makes sense.
Exactly.
So when so are you saying it's unfair when they blame the parents because your parents?
Oh, for sure. Yes, it's definitely unfair. You know, you can't blame a parent for believing in their child. You just can't.
Okay. Well, what's the most important lesson you learned through this?
I have really learned to believe in myself. That's so crazy, but I've really just learned through this entire ordeal to believe in myself. And I've learned that, you know, whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life, no one can make any of that happen except for you. And I hope that a lot of people learn, you know, to just believe in themselves and do what makes them happy and create happiness for themselves.
So before we go to break, girl to girl, I want to ask you, I've been through some stuff, but nothing like your story, but I understand, and I have lots of friends that have been in similar positions. So has this made you turned off by the idea of love? Has it made you like bitter, or not bitter, like has it hardened your heart or not? Because that's something that no one could blame you if that was the case. So like, are you still open to love?
Of course. I mean, love is a beautiful thing, and everyone deserves to experience love. Personally, it's not something that is something that I'm focused on, I would say. More so, I'm focused on myself and my mental and being mentally healthy and stable, and just really making myself happy before I can, you know, want someone else in my life. So.
You have grown. I'm very proud of you. I am. I really am. I haven't seen you. I know you, but I've seen you from afar, like in the coverage, and I feel like you are in a totally different place now. And I'm glad you're here to talk to us.